I'm impressed that he's flipping a walk with his left hand like that. I mean, I guess he's just had he must have had a lot of practice, but walks are heavy, and it doesn't even look like that thing has like a handle that sticks out. It's like one that's like goes along the rim, I guess.
Don't sweat it, Chairman. Us young folks can handle this chow.
Oh, definitely. My stomach's a bottomless pit. Bon appetit.
Hell yeah!
We got so focused on our food that we forgot to actually discuss anything.
Oh, right. Well, anyways, let's go home.
Yeah. We have to get down to business. Guess I'm kicking us off. This is Kume-kun, leader of Bleach Japan's Yokohama branch. He's going to run for this district's representative seat in the next election. Now, what you gotta understand about this kid is he's just step one of Ryo Aoki's scheme to turning Jincho into his personal political machine.
Xiao's correct. Kume is just one step. Aoki's other steps include a huge number of Bleach Japan candidates all over the country.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
And the dam is broken. There's no stopping it now. Governor Aoki's too popular. There's no one who can stand up to him.
So you think Kume's win is a done deal, Chairman Hoshino?
Pretty much. Kume has Aoki's broad public adoration at his back. Throwing Aoki's fundraising and media savviness. Kume's got a very real shot at this.
They next to an industrial.
He wants Jincho so bad it's gotten personal for him. Since it was Ogikubo's kingdom
not
before,
hear it.
seizing it makes Aoki the new heir apparent. That's gotta be what he's thinking.
Yes. I'd venture to say that even if the Citizens Liberal Party wins every other district, he won't be satisfied unless he wins this one. He's gonna throw everything he's got at this contest.
Definitely.
Well, I'm not gonna roll over and just take it. Anybody with me?
With you on what?
On taking this dude down a peg. I'm sick of getting our asses kicked.
We all are, but...
We can't just let him win. We need to do something. I mean, Bleach Japan is in bed with the Omi Alliance. Isn't that fucked up? It's, you know, hypocritical. They go around preaching about how gray zones need to go, acting like they're heroes or something. Meanwhile, they team up with gangsters to take over Japan, and everyone just claps for
Yeah,
them.
they don't even have a bat made of
The
electricity.
thing is, Kasuga, these gangsters have a governor on their side. They're untouchable.
Are you guys even hearing yourselves right now? What's gotten into you? The Ijin 3 used to protect the weak and vulnerable in this town. Granted, you did it by running a huge scam, so I'm not gonna give you too much credit. But after everything the city's given you, don't you feel like you owe something to it? Look, I know none of you guys did what you did just for the money. Ogikubo was the one raking in all the dirty riches. You guys wanted to stop a war from destroying this town. And if you don't stand up now, you're basically abandoning the Ijin 3's purpose. It's a disgrace.
You sure you want to finish that thought?
Yeah, dial it down, or I'll set you straight.
Well, I, for one, agree with him.
Thanks, Xiao.
You
Glad you got our back.
Everything you said is true. We all lived in the gray zones, and sure, that ain't something to be proud of. But at least we could be proud of putting food on the tables of our men and their families. You're with me on that, at least, right, Samui? If we roll over, we will be throwing away everything we've ever worked for.
Zhao,
No, it's true. And remember, I left the Liumeng in your hands. I trusted you to consider what my men need. This is shaping up to be your first job as their new boss. Come on, Samui.
damn it. Fine.
Chairman Hoshino, you got any wisdom of your own to lend us?
Well, I do understand the need to be fair to the city. I'll help. And to think, I only came here for the food. Didn't expect to get roped into some noble last stand.
You know what they say. There's no such thing as a free lunch.
True that. Now let's go take care of Kume.
I have to admit, I will enjoy knocking that little punk off his pedestal. So what's a move?
Good question. We need to strike, but how?
Don't you think it's obvious?
No? What?
We need to ruin the young master's reputation.
Meaning?
We gotta make sure Kume loses the election.
We gotta give him one of those, like,
Propose we do that?
burp pills.
That part I hadn't really figured out. But once we do, it'll be like
Ah,
kicking
we'll
Yogi right in the
humiliate
face.
him.
Exactly.
That'll
see
destroy
how
the
it's
people's
feasible.
trust.
They'll never be able to
Maybe
have another debate
to
ever
injure people
again.
out of the race, and then,
You wanna kill him?
well, only if he resists.
We can't do that. If he dies, they'll just replace him with some other tool. I'm sure they've got backup candidates waiting in the wings.
That's how we do
Not
it.
sure
We'll
that's,
just win it
that would
ourselves.
necessarily be true.
Huh?
We win the election with our own candidate. Put someone up who can get more votes than Kume. There's gotta be someone out there who can do it.
Yes, probably. But how do we figure out who this someone is? We're not political consultants.
Well, we should remember the votes for Kume aren't really for him in the first place. They're votes for Aoki.
Good point. Can you think of anyone who fits the bill?
And then everybody goes, 1, 2, 3, not it.
Unfortunately, I can't say I do. Ogi Kubo was an incumbent here for many years, with no opponents who posed any real threat. The only people who ever ran against him just did so as a formality.
Hey, you seem to know a lot about it. Why don't you run?
Excuse
I'm
me?
too old for this shit.
People know
I'm
who you are.
retiring
You've
soon.
got charisma.
No Yakuza's gonna win an election, even in the Jincho. And if he did, I'd consider the world doomed.
Seriously.
But I could try to recruit someone who would have a chance in the race.
That's a start.
Hope you're not
I
expecting
was
me
about to make a
shoulder
joke
this
about
burden
nominating
alone.
Songhui, but I feel like that might open up a can of worms about sexism in politics, and I don't want to go there, so maybe let's not.
You know, you're bringing that on yourself.
Yeah, I know.
Meanwhile, all I can think of is you have 4 people in this restaurant,
Right.
3 of which are
How
criminals,
much is it exactly?
or like direct ties to criminal activity.
But I'll need
At
an additional
least
3
Ichiban
million cash
could be
to
nominated and be relatively
3
fine.
million? You need that much?
At a minimum.
Would his
Can't scrape that amount together.
his,
This plan is
you know, status as a convicted
I hate to say
felon
it,
work
but he's
against
right.
him there?
No, you see, because he basically died and was brought back to life by a hobo. That clears your criminal
okay.
record.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, technically, like, he's also the kind of guy that, I mean, we know his story, obviously, but I'm sure there would be a way to overturn his conviction. It's not like people haven't been exonerated before.
I suppose that's fair.
And, like, seriously, out of the 4, like, he's the one with the most chances, I guess, I mean, you know, if there's already I don't want to necessarily racist, but like, if it's a xenophobic attitude that they hold over there, then, you know, as you mentioned, you've got a Yakuza, a foreigner, and a foreigner/woman. None of those 3 are electable in video game land from Japan.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're just gonna kill some time for now. This restaurant opens up right across from Seagull Cinema. It's, you know, where we just ate. So we're just gonna buy out the menu and have a couple chats.
Who's hungry?
And if only I made enough money that I could also go to like
The Shaoxing
a
one
McDonald's
is
or whatever
powerful.
and order every item on the
Knocked guy
menu.
Flat on his ass.
Multiple times, even.
How very eloquent of you. Actually, there's something you're supposed to add to it. Can you guess what it is?
Sugar, I think, is the actual answer.
No, that's not it. Why would you think sesame oil?
'Cause everything's better with sesame oil, so I figured wine was too.
Sesame oil can't fix alcohol,
That's
man.
gross.
Anyway,
How dare you? How dare you pick sesame oil?
Oh, I can see it.
on that note, you're supposed to add sugar when you know the wine is cheap. Then again, some regions just add sugar all the time.
Like America?
I was actually gonna say with
Just drink it the way you like.
why can't I think of it?
Ah, no
The
doubt.
famous Dutch alcohol.
This shark fin soup is
like
something
90
else.
proof.
It's so
Well, not 90
good.
proof. But
I
I'm glad you're
I don't think I
enjoying
know this
yourself,
one.
Sunshine. Wonder what's actually in here, though.
it's like
No way
typically
it's really
green.
shark, right?
This is gonna bug me forever. I don't look.
Ichiban. Why else would they call it shark fin soup?
I don't know. But you're serious?
Yep, you're eating real shark right now.
Like the ones that eat people?
Well, not exactly. Great whites aren't really for cooking. I don't actually know what kind of shark it is, but it is real, that's for sure.
That's crazy.
Sin. That's
Who
what I
would've
was
thought
thinking.
man's greatest enemy would taste so
Hmm.
good.
Absinthe, you have like a specific
didn't even
spoon
think about
with
it
sugar
that
in it,
way.
if I remember correctly, and then you're supposed to pour.
This
the
is so
absinthe
good.
slowly
I could eat
over
this
the
almond
sugar.
jelly non-stop.
Gotcha.
If I recall, people used to take this when they were sick to help the medicine go down.
Yeah? Well, whoever thought that up is a genius. I mean, who says no to dessert?
Next time I'm sick, I'm taking the pills with this.
See, that's the problem with Buckley's
You really
marketing.
should stick to
They just tell you to suck it up.
Meanwhile, I've gotten to the point where I can just like take pills without without water.
That is superhuman and also
perfect with their
freaky.
Sure does.
Just takes a lot of spit.
It's like villain level of like a Batman
What's it
or a
gonna
Marvel
be?
movie.
I don't know. I've had many a day where like I've just been out with a major headache and I just had some headache medicine but no water, so it's just like fuck it, I'm taking this.
Best combo is a
You're just admitting to your own lack of preparedness.
The Liumang
Yeah.
really know their stuff.
I'll say.
But you know,
Some of the
you
best
make
I've
do with
had.
what you got.
Mm.
Oh, generous words coming from you guys.
Looks like we scarfed that down, no problem.
Okay, then why don't I give you a little quiz? Get it right in seconds or on me.
You mean
Do I
it?
get a certificate out of it? I don't really care about the food.
Tell me, which of these dishes is considered dim sum?
Wrong.
Right you are.
No, it's right. But there's a trick to that. That's all dim sum.
Hell yeah!
Come on, Xiao. What kind of bullshit question is that?
Huh?
Huh, I just Zhao's gonna be like, I just wanted seconds.
Not bad, guys. Trick question. None of it was right.
Damn,
In general, dim sum is any dish that's not an entree or soup.
the double fake.
That means meat buns, spring rolls, even sweets could be dim sum.
Man, now I feel like a dumbass. But hey, at least I learned something.
And I got seconds.
You did good. Now here, more gyoza as promised.
Okay, maybe it's not all dim sum, but all of that I have definitely had served at dim sum before. Now I want dim sum, and I just had it over the weekend. Anyway, let's go check in with our friends at the school.
Today was quite productive, President Kasuga.
You can stop that.
I completely
anytime
forgot to
now.
show this off.
Why can't you act like a
You get
normal
this scene
person?
after recruiting him.
Yeah, you're right. Let's be open with each other, Kasuga-kun.
So, you still gonna keep on coming here?
Oh yeah, these certificates are more than just access to jobs. They're proof of my life's work. That's not something I'd want to give up. Besides, you could say I have a special someone here.
Okay, Zhao, cut
Oh,
it.
really? Who's your special someone, Ikari-san?
No one. No one's my special someone. I mean, no one's special to me. Shit.
Not even my parents.
Not even my boss.
Anyway,
Sorry,
It'd be better for
Ichiban.
you too if I stayed here. I mean, who else are you gonna turn to when you need help?
Yeah, good point. You do help me out a lot, man.
Don't mention it. After all, you're my boy.
Damn straight.
Aw.
Thanks, Akari. Be sure to
Dad?
get those reports to my desk by
Dad?
Friday night.
Dad, is that you? Why are you like my age?
Can I help you?
Anyway, just like with Sumire, we
Naturally.
can, you know, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this, but we can chat up Miyakoshi the same way. She's into lilies.
Yeah, I just gave him because your countertop is bleak. Like, it's real bad.
Kasuga-san, congratulations on earning all certifications.
As this dialogue implies, you do need every certificate to get this
Thanks.
sub-story.
Couldn't have done it without you and Akari.
Oh, no, I haven't done
You're
it.
the man. You're the
I'll point
man.
you in the right direction. Nothing you couldn't have done without me.
Ah, come on. You've always been here with a smile, haven't you? Thanks to you, Miyakoshi-san, this lazy idiot was able to make something of himself. I'm really thankful for
And
you.
look at me now. I'm a
Kasuga-san,
company president.
Seriously, you're amazing.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's right.
Ignore the fact that that's
I have
how
a
I paid
special
for all these
something for those
certificates.
who've earned every certificate from us.
Oh, is that right? What have you got for me?
Well, there's two things. One of them I can't really hand over. So what do you say we go somewhere else?
I mean, you can.
mind
It's
following
just, it's more cutesy than
Yeah.
anything else.
Alright.
You know, you blow a kiss. You can hand that over.
Sorry for making you come all this way.
I know it's really weird and kind of creepy,
No
but
worries. So, what are these special things?
Right. First, I'll give you this.
Wow! This a diploma? I always wanted one of these since I hardly
You know,
ever
you'd
went
think
to
the
school.
the final
really gonna
certificate
cherish
exam would
this.
get you one of these.
I'm
no,
glad
that's
you
not how it
like
works. Because it's not technically
yeah,
a final, right?
you
You
had two
just
things,
you just
didn't you?
complete the catalog.
What's the other thing?
The other thing is,
Huh?
Come on, Ichiban, you should know what this means. You've had a course on this.
Miyakoshi-san!
you said you were cheered up by my smile. But I feel the same way about yours. Seeing you be so energetic, giving your all through every one of those tests, it always made me happy.
Miyakoshi-san.
I couldn't stand the thought of you graduating. I'd just be so sad if I wasn't able to see you anymore. Kasuga-san, would you take the certificate exam for my love?
Miyakoshi-san!
God item!
Oh, wow. You're just like I imagined, Kasuga-san.
What's that supposed to mean?
You're so serious and kind. No matter what.
I need an adult?
You think so?
Will you come see me at the school from time to time?
Yeah, of course. Always down to make you happy. Sure.
I'm glad. I hope you'll cherish me like you'll cherish that diploma. Until next time.
I should have it framed on my wall?
Hot damn. Vocational school rules.
Ah, Kasuga-kun!
Oh shit! Kari! Nothing to see over here. Nope,
How did you
not
find me in
nothing.
this nondescript classroom?
Yeah, how'd you find me, by the way?
Actually, you know, he probably saw Miyakoshi coming out of the classroom and just took a peek inside. Anyway, that's all I had, so let's go over to the bar now. You know, normally, if you need me as an ally, you gotta go call me up through Pound Mates, pay my fee, but for Arakawa-san, I can make an exception.
Hey, hold on, Ichiban. What's all this about going to Osaka?
Turns out Arakawa-san needs some help. My help. Mitsu just called me and said Arakawa-san's already on his way to Sotenbori.
But why Osaka?
I don't know. I didn't bother to ask.
You realize Sotenbori is where the Omi Alliance is headquartered. You'll be screwed if your cover gets blown. Think about that, would you?
All I need to think about is that Arakawa-san said he needs me. He's going to Osaka, so I'm going to Osaka. I don't care what anyone says about it.
He gets like this, Tadachi-san.
And there's no point stopping him, is there? Loyalty is admirable, but jeez.
Ichiban, what about Ijincho? The election's coming up. We helped you make all that money to fight Ryo Aoki. Now you're just gonna leave us hanging?
Not at all. We got the 3 million yen we needed. And I'm gonna go give it to the Seiryu clan right now.
It's in their hands now.
We may have the money, but that hasn't solved our lack of a candidate. Certainly a necessary element of the plan.
Didn't Chairman Hoshino say he'd take care of it? Don't worry. He's the kind of guy who keeps his word. If we give him the cash, he'll do the rest.
If you say so. Safe travels then.
Hey, don't encourage him to do such dangerous things. Kasuga, if you really are leaving, we're coming with you.
Sounds good to me. I've never been to Osaka.
Guys, I'm not going there as a tourist. I'm going straight into the Lion's Den. Assuming Adachi-san is right and that's where the Yomi home base is. You guys don't need to get involved. This is personal for me.
Come on, man. After all we've been through, aren't we friends?
Of course. I'm saying this because we're friends. If something happens to me out there, you gotta finish what we started.
Still sounds like a load of crap to me.
Well, think what you want. But we got the 3 million yen, and I'm taking it to Hoshino. I'll see all of you around.
So yeah, let's go deliver the money. Ignore the fact that the party's traveling with us to Seiryu HQ.
Look, they're just, they have anxiety.
Yes.
Looks like I'm gonna have to apply.
Okay, but first, Osaka. I can't. We'll talk about more about this, Chairman Hoshino, after I get back. Arakawa-san needs me.
Yes.
Very well.
I believe Watase first appeared in Yakuza 5. Admittedly, as of the time of this recording, I have yet to actually play Yakuza 5, so I can't really say more. I do remember rumors from sometime last year that there was going to be a spin-off game starring Watase called like an Asura or something. But I don't think anything has come of that.
Right.
Does my father really need to attend to this Sotenbori thing personally?
Oh, this is the cutscene I thought it was. This cutscene kind of sucks on PC. I don't know if they've ever gone around to fix it, but as of the time of me recording the footage for the my PC playthrough, a bug where if the game frame rate
I said I wanted
dips
to know
for
if
any
someone
reason
just
during one of the
breathed
cutscenes where you
somewhere
can
outside
skip
his usual
dialogue,
places.
the game just kind of freaks out and just skips to the next piece of dialogue.
I only just found out myself.
Really now?
This
All we can do now
one,
is wait and
in particular, I found was really bad about
Wait and
that.
see what exactly?
Masaru Watase. and
Mostly,
Masumi
I think
Arakawa
because of the
are finally
reflections in the
meeting person
window.
After how long? If I know my dad, they're not just gonna say hi.
Yeah, I didn't have an issue with it, thankfully.
I highly doubt they're plotting anything.
Yeah,
Isn't
I
the
think
only
if you
chair still
play the game at a locked
I've heard
30
it's
frames per second, you don't get this
Yes.
issue at all.
That's correct.
Then it's past time for a potential
But
successor
you know,
to be
we're
formed.
just gonna switch to the PS4 version
It
for
may
this
not be
cutscene.
that urgent yet, but then again, the chairman might say Watase's release from prison is a good time to step down.
And then Watase would become chairman, naturally. I'm sure his reign would be a very long one. But Omi history will take a very different course if, say, Watase disappeared.
What?
I'm thinking dear old dad might try to make it happen.
I don't know if that's Arakawa-san's style exactly.
You don't think so? Remember when I asked Dad to sell out the Tojo clan during the 3K plan? Well, I never told him to bring in the Omi Alliance. He did that all on his own. I think it was a good decision, actually. Don't you?
Well, sure.
Thanks to him, the Tojo were driven out of Kamurocho. The 3K plan was a wild success, and my approval rating skyrocketed. I expected the Tojo clan to fall hard, but I didn't think some third-rate Tojo vermin like Dad could ever worm his way into their top ranks. Shrewd of him to do that during all the commotion. I thought he was a slow, antiquated Yakuza, and certainly not the type of man who could catch me off guard. Huh. I guess power really does corrupt, huh? Don't get me wrong. If Dad buries Watase and takes over the Omi Alliance, I benefit too. Having him there would be very convenient for me. There's just one thing that feels off.
What's that?
He hasn't told me about any plan to off Watase at their meeting. That's evidence against my theory. I'll have to see what happens. If all they do is greet each other, I was wrong.
Look.
On the other hand, if he wastes Watase and still doesn't see fit to tell me, that would be a betrayal I cannot tolerate.
Arakawa-san won't betray.
Yeah, so maybe the plan isn't actually to kill Watase. You ever think about that?
I extended to them.
No, Aoki's
I've come a long
too
way
smart.
since the Kamurocho 3K plan. I'm at the top of the political pyramid now, which means I need to know what's happening in the underworld. The hierarchy should be very clear at this point, and I expect people to fall in line. That's a matter of policy, and family is no exception.
I shall become God King of Japan.
Sawashiro.
between me and my father. To whom would you swear complete fealty?
Well, I'm in the room with you, so you right now, I guess.
His orders were to put you and your interests above everything else.
I've also been ordered to
My
obey you
interest is for you to watch
without
his every
fail.
move and report them to me.
Understood. I'll send Tendo to Osaka. He seems to have rapport with Arakawa-san.